Hello everybody and welcome to another A+ 1102 lesson with a practice exam at the end. I'm on my break during work trying to bring this video to you guys, so I'm going to be super quick and get through this as fast as possible before my break's up and I get fired. So as usual, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I'll give you some practice exam questions that are similar to what you might expect on the real thing, and I'll help prepare you to have the confidence you need to walk into that exam room on exam day. So today we're looking at 1.5 Windows settings. The first setting you need to know about is the time and language setting. So this is where you can set your local time zone, adjust for daylight savings, things to that effect, synchronize your system clock with the internet time servers for accurate timekeeping. So that way you know you've got accurate time that's in real time. Configure additional clocks for different time zones if needed. In essence, anything to do with time and language is going to be in the time and language settings option. You have a little screenshot of what you might expect down here. So you've got the date and time, the language and region, and some other settings that are relevant to that you can change down there. So just think, if it's related to the time and or the language, it's going to be in the time and language setting. At a broad scope, that's really all you need to do. It's not that complicated when you think about it. Update and security. So here we got a photo of a knight, right? He's shielded and he's ready to protect his castle. Kind of like update and security is where this guy goes to put on his armor, right? So in this section within Windows settings, you're given tools to manage essential security features such as Windows updates and device drivers. So you can download and install critical security updates, any bug fixes, and new features for Windows 10. You can configure your update settings such as your automatic download and installation or manual control. You can view update history and troubleshoot any installation issues as well. In relation to Windows security, you can manage your various security features such as your virus and threat protection, your firewall settings, your account protection, and device security. You can configure real-time protection, your malware scans, and firewall rules to safeguard your system from online threats, right? So if it's related to updating and or the security of your system, you're going to want to go to update and security. I know that sounds simple, but that's really as complicated as it gets. And at a broad scope, what you need to be thinking here is if it's update and security related, it's going to be in the update and security section. All right. Again, I recommend you head in and actually have a physical play with the settings so you can really wrap your head around it. But at a glance, that's really the concept that you need to understand for the exam. The next one is personalization, right? Personalizing your system for yourself. How do you make your system not just a system, but a home? So you can change your background, the colors, the themes, the lock screen, the start menu, and the taskbar. You can customize all of that so that it fits your personal preferences and it looks pretty and beautiful just the way that you want it. So that will be in the personalization section. You also have apps. So this section within Windows Settings app provides tools to manage installed applications. You can configure the permissions of applications and access additional app-related settings. You've got some key functionalities such as installing and uninstalling apps, managing the settings of your apps, default apps, so you can set default applications for various tasks. So your default web browser, your default email, your photo viewing, video viewing, music playback, things to that effect. So that way your system always knows what to use when you're opening those related types of files. Your optional features such as enabling or disabling optional Windows features that add functionalities that you may want to enable or disable. So you can do that through there. That's all in the app setting. That's what it looks like down here. But again, have a play with it yourself. Really head into the settings and just play around with it. Okay, that's going to be the best way to learn about this. Get hands-on for this particular section. Privacy. Your general privacy settings, the permissions of applications, more specifically, are they able to access your location, your camera, your microphone, things to that effect, right? So not necessarily settings within the application itself, but that directly relate to privacy. Can they access my system? Can they see where I am and what I'm doing? That is in the privacy section. Your speech recognition and your account information, right? So you can configure privacy settings for speech recognition features, including whether online speech recognition is a thing and the ability to improve your speech recognition by sending voice data to Microsoft. Do you want that data to even be sent, right? You can control that in the privacy setting. And then you have account information, which is managing your Microsoft account privacy settings, such as, are you syncing your data across devices and sharing your activity history with Microsoft? Do you want them to know that? That's in privacy. If you want it to be private, you're going to need to use the privacy setting. System. This section is one that provides tools to manage your various system-wide settings, including your storage, display, sound, notifications, and power options. Anything to do with your system itself. Here are some key functionalities. I'm not going to read through it all. You can pause and read, but anything to do with your storage, the display settings, the sound, the notifications, the power and sleep, and multitasking, it's going to be within the system settings. All right. And then you've got your devices. So if you're looking at configuring your printers, scanners, Bluetooth, mouse, touchpad, pen, Windows, ink, and camera, you're going to want to go through your devices. If it's a device and you want to manage it, you'll probably want to use the devices component of the settings section to do that. And then network and internet, pretty intuitive as to what that's going to be managing, right? You've got network and internet, which is going to be a central hub for controlling your connections to the digital world. You'll be able to find tools to navigate the vast landscape of the internet and manage your local network connections seamlessly. So if you want to set up connecting to Wi-Fi, set up anything specifically related to your Ethernet connection, to your mobile hotspot, your VPN, airplane mode, data usage, network reset, anything to that effect, it's going to be in network and internet. Again, head in, have a play. Actually go there and have a look at what you can specifically do in this section. I'm not going to give you 100% walkthrough through it. One, because right now I'm trying to film this on my work break, but two, you will learn better if you actually get hands-on with it. This is a rough overview rundown. For this particular section, it's not about me verbally telling you about this. I'm giving you a broad idea, but really you should be going in and really getting hands-on with this. But stick around at the end for the questions. Don't leave the video. Stick around for the questions because you'll want to see what you're expected to know for your exam specifically. All right, but here's a look at what you can expect to find in your network and internet section of your settings, right? You've got your Wi-Fi, Ethernet, VPN settings, mobile hotspot, airplane mode, things to that effect. Set up your proxy as well. So that is what you're looking at there. And then gaming. If you want to prioritize game performance, you'll need to access the gaming section. Yes, this is a thing. Hey, I play games. I'm talking about Fortnite. I'm talking about, what am I playing? The finals at the moment on PC. Got my gaming PC here. Check out that little glowing alien icon. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a huge gamer, so I use my gaming section of the settings to prioritize gaming and make my gaming experience good. So a question on your exam might just be like, Ralph wants a good gaming experience. How can he do this? And the answer might be, if it's specifically relating to settings, you could access the gaming sections of the settings and prioritize game performance through there, right? Something to that effect. That's roughly what you're going to have to know. And then your accounts. So you can manage your Microsoft account. You can create local user accounts. You can manage your family settings if that's something you need to do. Work or school access. You can connect your work or school account to access organizational resources like email, files, and applications. Your sign-in options. Do you want a preferred sign-in method? Do you want to use a password, a PIN, facial recognition, or fingerprint, right? So if you want to set up biometric authentication, you'll need to go to your account settings and go into sign-in options, right? That's where you want to be going. Things to that effect, right? So just understand the things you can do in there. Again, get hands-on with it, guys. Get hands-on, please. I'm begging you, get hands-on. Time for some questions to see what we're expected to know for your exam. Question number 1. You're concerned about the settings on your computer and want to control how apps access your location data. Which Windows setting would be the most appropriate to manage these permissions? A, privacy, B, system, C, devices, or D, network and internet. Pause the video if you need more time. Your answer coming in 3, 2, 1. Think about it. Now, it is going to be privacy, right? So what permissions do apps have to access your data? That's going to be privacy. Remember, it's not about the app specifically. It's about, can the app access my data, my information? That's going to be privacy related. Pause to read this if you need to, but just so long as you understand that concept, you're going to be good. Next question. You are traveling to a different time zone and need to adjust your computer clock accordingly. Which Windows setting would be the most suitable for this task? A, time and language, B, update and security, C, personalization, or D, apps. Pause the video if you need it. Your answer coming in 3, 2, 1. The answer is time and language, right? If you're adjusting your time and or your language, you're moving to a different time zone, that's going to be time or language setting within the Windows setting options. If you understand the general concept that if it's time and language related, you'll be using time and language setting, you're good to go. Okay, the next question is, your desktop wallpaper seems outdated, but you'd like to personalize your computer's appearance with a new background image. Which Windows setting would be the most appropriate for this task? A, time and language, B, update and security, C, personalization, or D, apps. The correct answer, oh, I didn't give you the countdown, sorry. Oh, well, it was pretty clear anyway, wasn't it? The correct answer was C, personalization. If you're personalizing, it's going to be in the personalization settings. Now, the key idea behind these questions, right, is I just want you to understand you're going to need to know to differentiate between the different settings options and what setting option is going to do what for you. When should you use each? So long as you generally understand that at a broad scope, that's going to be enough for the exam. Now, there are some aspects of the exam objective where you should spend a lot of time studying, and I really emphasize those, and I really give you a detailed rundown. This one in particular, that's really it. Understand the difference between all of the different settings and when you would use each at a broad level. A lot of it is quite intuitive when you think about it, and that's pretty much going to be it for your exam. So look, if you have enjoyed this video, journeytocyber.com does have a learning guide, which people have loved previously. This is what people said about my learning guide so far. Your learning guide is goated. It helps with organized information and helps me piece things together more easily. For the 1101, they're saying, your notes definitely helped me pass my test today. Your learning guide will help immensely with studying. I've tried popular resources but have struggled. Do you have one for the 1102? I do now. That's the new one that I'm advertising here. It's taken what I did for the 1101, built upon it, made it 30 million times better. So go ahead and grab it at journeytocyber.com. What do I have? In there, I have my comprehensive notes, active recall questions, and practice exam questions. All there ready for you, along with multiple simulated examination experience, multiple quizzes, which give you completely detailed answers similar to that which you have experienced in this video today. All right, I also have my performance-based questions there for 30 Australian dollars, which is like 15 American dollars, I think. So super easy, super cheap, chump change for you guys. But that being said, if you want that, you can grab it. You'll be as happy as this guy. If you don't, I'll see you in the next video, guys. No problem at all. I hope you're enjoying this series. Leave me any feedback that you think I need to have for when I create my next videos. Other than that, I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. See you later.